Okay. You know, I'm actually disappointed in the loss, but I'm awful proud of our basketball team. Whatever they played with. You know, I thought, you know, that first 20 minutes, we were about as good as you could be at both ends. Defensively, controlled the game. Offensively, we were very precise at both ends. Kept them off the free throw line. I think they shot 4 free throws the first half. And a huge blow for us. They weren't going to cancel the game. But when we lose one of our key guys, Rodney Hood, our lack of depth, it's huge for us. Absolutely huge. And it's huge because now we got to play a guy that physically can't guard Gilchrist and just hasn't played that 3 spot. And we'll never know the total effect of all that. I just know our team, the way it's put together, you take a guy like Rodney Hood out of that mixture, it's really tough for you. You know, there's always plays you can point to in that game. And when you play a team like Kentucky, everything gets magnified. You know, I know a huge play in the game, we're up 7, and we fouled him on that 3-point shot. And we'd gotten the rebound on that shot. Huge play of the game right there. Now it becomes a 4-point game. Then, you know, we had some opportunities. We got the ball around the hole. We got the ball around the hole down that stretch. Didn't finish some things and missed some free throws. But I don't think anybody witnessed that game would say that those guys played with their hearts and their souls, stood toe-to-toe under some adverse situations, losing one of your guys. That's a huge key for us. So I'm awful proud of that.
There's also a key there with Gilchrist guarding D there in the second half. Shutting him down with 5 points.
No, that's not, you know, he does a good job guarding. It enables him to do that a little bit with Rodney Hood out of the game. He did a good job, but we got some things on him still. He's a very good player. You know, we bought some time in the, you know, they started the second half and went right at Brian with Gilchrist. Just physically it doesn't match up there. We played some 20 balls sometimes. But like I've told you guys from Kentucky, Jerry, and Darius Miller is the fiber that holds that whole team together. He's the key to him. And he was a total difference again tonight. He stepped up and made plays when he had to make plays for that team.
Rick, I think you said yesterday that this was, of all the Kentucky teams you've seen, maybe the best. After playing them, what are your thoughts?
I don't have any different feelings about what I said. I've seen a lot of Kentucky teams, and that's why for us to know how good those guys are defensively, all you guys who watch them all the time, Larry, y'all know they're one of the best Kentucky defensive teams ever. And for us, the first half to, you know, like I say, offensively have 41 points on them, we were pretty efficient. But they are, and that's what enables them still to go on the road and win, is their ability to defend that game.
Any word on Rodney at all?
Only word we got is it's a, you know, don't know for sure. We'll do some x-rays in the morning, Paul. But we're calling it a sprain right now. So we'll see in the morning. Huge blow for us.
Dee, what made the difference for you? I mean, obviously a very good first half. How much of it was Gilchrist or how much of it was something else that you were much more contained in the second half?
Give him credit. He was long, you know, long and athletic, and you know, it kind of bothered me a little bit. But at the same time, you know, I mean, we got the ball where we wanted to get it to, but we just, you know, they knocked down shots.
Coach, did you notice an energy difference in the second half for you guys or their guys on the first half?
Well, naturally, as the game goes on, you're not going to be as fresh. I mean, these two guys decided to play 38 minutes and 39 minutes. You're physically battling every possession. You know, normally we'd have one more sub-rotation with a Brian and a Jalen, give somebody just a little bit more rest. And we didn't have that in the second half. You just got to find a way to suck it out. Like I said, these guys played with their hearts, man. It wasn't an ounce of energy they didn't They didn't bring back the locker room. They left everything they had on that floor.
Did you talk about that first half and what all was working for y'all?
We did the same thing in the second half. Like I said, we got the ball where we wanted to, but we made the same shots we made in the first half. And but they made a run to start the second half, so I think they kind of got us.
What did you think about Sydney's defensive effort, especially coming off that the deal with his back?
I've watched the film to really break it down and evaluate it. So.
You think he did pretty well because they didn't seem to get as many high percentage buckets as they normally do.
Yeah, he did okay. He did okay. Yeah.
Rick, you called Miller the whole fiber to their
Yes.
team. Why is it? What
Simple. He's the one guy that plays 2, 3, and 4 for him. Guards multiple positions. Guy can really play off that bounce, and a guy that can knock down threes. And he's a guy they look to. That game's on the line. That game got on the line at Vanderbilt. Who made shots for him? Who made those shots? Miller jumped up and made them. Game got on the line tonight. Who jumped up and made shots? Miller. And he's got one thing no one else on the team has. He has experience. He's only senior. He's a fourth-year guy. He's been through a lot of wars, so he's a terrific player for him. Like I say, all those other guys deserve wherever they get to, but to me, he's our most valuable player.
What do you think it says, Rick, that I don't think he scored until down the stretch? I would think it might bother some players, to not put the ball in the basket.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of been his role since he's been there, Jerry. He's come off the bench. He's been a complimentary player, and he's learned to accept that if he's going to play. And he's played enough minutes that he gets to play a lot. On this team, he's going to play starter minutes most nights. He's just not starting. But he's a high character kid, and Cal's done a great job getting him by in that role. And I just say he's a very valuable piece for him.
Rick, you talked about their zone offense. You backed off a little bit late, went to a 2-3, and it seemed like they knocked down shots every time you did it. Is that maybe the difference in this Kentucky team this year?
Well, we played a zone a bunch second half.
Yeah.
We kept the zone at bay. Zone helped us. The clock ran quickly the second half. It got down to that 7-minute mark. We had to mix it up. We started second half in, playing man. They went right at, like I said, Brian with that Gilchrist matchup. So we had to change it up some. We had some good possessions, and we have some bad possessions in it. As I've said, they don't beat you consistently shooting the ball. They beat you dunking around that rim. We took that away. And to Miller's credit, he jumped up and made some shots. You guys that seen him play, they dunk on everybody in that zone. We took that away from them. We took a lot of dunks away from them tonight. And you choose your poison a little bit. How you going to guard those ball screens? You going to go over them and stretch them out, let those guys roll and get lobs, or you going to change some things out and make them beat you with a shot, son? So, for the most part, the first half, it was about as good as we could do it at both ends.
Arnett, talk about the defense y'all had on Davis and making him pretty much settle for jump shots the whole game.
Like Coach just said, we did a good job taking away all his dunks, his strengths, which is getting them lobs from the guards. And me and Sid did a good job of that tonight. And
I'm sorry. How much, Arnett, did you look like you were kind of relish going against Jones, that matchup?
What you mean?
Terrence Jones. Well, it just kind of looked like you
I just
sort of
wanted to-
rose to the challenge that he presented.
No, I wasn't about the matchup. I just want to help Mississippi State win. That's what I'm about, winning.
D, obviously this is tough for y'all. Is there anything positive you can take out of it going forward, having played that well against #1 team in the country?
Yeah, we can play with anybody any given night. We just, got to bring consistency. On the road, no matter if it's whoever, anybody at the bottom of the conference, we just got to bring it every night and come and play every night.
On that note, how tough to get that energy back and going to Alabama this week?
We got to. We can't, keep our heads down and go to Alabama with our heads down.
Rick is